How to stay disciplined when you feel zero motivation. You wake up. You know what you should do, but you feel nothing. No drive. No urgency. No energy. Just resistance. This is where most people fail, not because they lack goals, intelligence, or ambition, but because they rely on motivation to act. Motivation is unreliable. It fluctuates based on mood, sleep, stress, environment, and even weather. If your productivity depends on motivation, your results will always be inconsistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is stable. It is not emotional. It does not wait for the right feeling. It operates on structure, habits, and decisions. The real problem is this: you are trying to act based on how you feel, instead of acting based on what you've decided matters. When motivation drops to zero, your system is exposed. If you don't have one, you stop. This video will give you practical, realistic strategies to stay disciplined, even when you feel absolutely nothing. Before jumping into tactics, you need to understand one truth. You don't need motivation to start. You need a system that removes the need for motivation. Discipline is not about being strong all the time. It is about making things easier to do than to avoid. Solution 1. Lower the activation energy. When you feel zero motivation, even simple tasks feel heavy. So stop trying to do full tasks. Reduce them to the smallest possible action. Instead of, "I need to study for 2 hours," say, "I will open the book and read 1 page." Instead of, "I need to work out," say, "I will put on my shoes." This works because starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, your brain shifts from resistance to engagement. Rule: make starting so easy that it feels almost pointless to avoid. Solution 2. Use time blocks, not feelings. Feelings are unstable. Time is fixed. Create fixed blocks in your day. From 9 to 10, deep work. From 10 to 10:30, break. From 10:30 to 12, continue the task. During that block, you work regardless of how you feel. You are not deciding if you will work. You are only following the schedule. This removes internal negotiation, which is where discipline breaks. Solution 3. Eliminate decision fatigue. Every decision drains mental energy. When motivation is low, even small choices feel overwhelming. So reduce decisions. Plan your tasks the night before. Prepare your workspace in advance. Decide exactly what you'll do and when. When the moment comes, you don't think. You execute. Clarity reduces resistance. Solution 4. Build identity-based discipline. If you rely only on outcomes, you will struggle. Instead, shift to identity. Not "I want to finish this project," but "I am someone who finishes what I start." Discipline becomes easier when your actions align with who you believe you are. Ask yourself, what would a disciplined person do right now? Then do exactly that, without overthinking. Solution 5. Use the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, "I will do this for just 5 minutes." No pressure. No expectation to continue. Once you start, momentum builds naturally. Most of the time, you will keep going. Even if you don't, you still made progress. This method bypasses resistance by removing commitment pressure. Solution 6. Design your environment. Your environment influences your behavior more than your willpower. Make discipline easier by removing distractions, phone, notifications, keeping tools visible, books, laptop, notes, creating a dedicated workspace. If your environment encourages distraction, discipline will always feel harder. Don't fight your environment. Design it. Solution 7. Focus on process, not results. When motivation is low, big goals feel overwhelming. Instead of focusing on results, don't think about finishing. Don't think about outcomes. Focus only on the process, completing one task, one step at a time. Progress builds confidence. Confidence rebuilds motivation. Solution 8. Accept imperfect action. Perfectionism kills discipline. When you feel unmotivated, you will not produce your best work, and that's fine. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. Done imperfectly is always better than not done at all. Solution 9. Separate emotion from action. You don't need to feel good to act. This is one of the most powerful mindset shifts. Instead of saying, "I don't feel like it," say, "My feelings are irrelevant to the decision." You act because it matters, not because it feels good. This single shift can completely change your discipline. Solution 10. Track your actions. What gets tracked gets improved. Track simple things. Hours worked. Tasks completed. Days you stayed consistent. This creates accountability. Even when motivation is low, you will want to maintain your streak. Solution 11. Use friction against laziness. Make distractions harder to access. Log out of social media. Keep your phone in another room. Use website blockers. Increase the effort required to be unproductive. At the same time, reduce effort for productive tasks. Discipline becomes easier when laziness is inconvenient. Solution 12. Build non-negotiable rules. Motivation negotiates. Discipline does not. Create rules like, "I work at this time every day. I do not skip 2 days in a row. I complete at least one task daily." Rules remove choice. And fewer choices mean stronger discipline. Solution 13. Use energy management. Sometimes it's not lack of motivation. It's lack of energy. Check. Sleep quality. Nutrition. Hydration. Physical movement. If your body is exhausted, discipline becomes harder. Fix your energy first. Then apply discipline. Solution 14. Expect resistance. Stop expecting it to feel easy. Discipline often feels uncomfortable. That's normal. When resistance shows up, don't interpret it as a stop signal. It's just part of the process. Solution 15. Reduce task size, increase frequency. Instead of doing large tasks occasionally, do smaller tasks consistently. Example: study 30 minutes daily instead of 3 hours once a week. Consistency builds discipline faster than intensity. Solution 16. Reward completion, not intensity. Don't reward yourself for working hard. Reward yourself for showing up. Even small completions matter. Finishing a page. Completing a short session. This reinforces disciplined behavior. Solution 17. Create a reset ritual. When you feel completely stuck, don't force productivity immediately. Reset. Take a short walk. Clean your space. Do a quick physical activity. Then return to work with a clear mind. Solution 18. Stop over-consuming content. Watching motivational content can feel productive, but it's not action. Limit consumption. Increase execution. You don't need more inspiration. You need more repetition. Solution 19. Use accountability. Tell someone your goals. Share your progress. External accountability increases follow-through. Even simple check-ins can strengthen discipline. Solution 20. Accept that discipline is a skill. Discipline is not something you either have or don't. It is built through repetition. The more you act despite low motivation, the stronger your discipline becomes. Final notes. There will be days when you feel nothing. No drive. No energy. No clarity. That is exactly when discipline matters most. Anyone can act when they feel motivated. But the people who succeed consistently are those who act when they don't feel like it. Discipline is not about forcing yourself endlessly. It's about creating systems that make action automatic. Start small. Stay consistent. Remove friction. And most importantly, stop waiting to feel ready. You won't. If you found this useful, don't just move on. Pick one strategy from this video and apply it today. Immediately. Not tomorrow. Not later. Right now. Because discipline is not built by learning. It is built by doing.